you know that there's a place in the world where the sun never sets? A realm where the boundaries between day and night blurs into an endless cascade of light, challenging the very nature of our biology, throwing our circadian clock into disarray in this infinite cycle of light.
This is so much tougher than I expected. What did I get myself into? This week, we're gonna embrace our discomfort by traveling to a place where one of the most unique phenomena happen in the world, the midnight sun.
To see how we overcome the mental and physical challenges of the constant sunlight, whilst pushing our bodies through multiple difficult hikes, ending off with the toughest one I've ever done.
Good morning, citizens of Northern Norway. I hope you managed to get some rest despite the endless daylight. Get ready to embrace more constant sunshine in the days, weeks, and months ahead. So, grab your sunglasses and sunscreen and prepare to hit snooze on your circadian clock because it's going to be bright all day and night. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to not fall asleep in the traffic. The song now playing is Bafun from Artlist to keep you company on wherever you are spending this sunny day.
Right now, I'm about to pick up my good friend Kai. He's someone that is always up for adventures, specifically adventures that are very challenging and get you out of your comfort zone. Perfect person to do something like this with. I'm very grateful for having those kind of friends.
During the next week, we will be exploring the impact the midnight sun has on our bodies and internal rhythm, and discover how embracing discomfort can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. The trip begins in a place called Rein, where last-minute preparations are made, getting some food, sleeping bags, tents, and other essentials.
So yeah, we started our first hike of the trip. It's kind of, as you can tell, I'm already exhausted. My lack of endurance and stamina is gonna be a big challenge this trip.
The combination of the endless sunlight and multiple extreme hikes will push us outside of our comfort zone, testing our mental and physical limits to see what we truly are capable of when we embrace that discomfort.
You know, it was actually even uncomfortable for me to travel here in the first place. I haven't traveled in about 5 months, and I noticed that each month I spent back home, it became more and more difficult to leave. I also noticed how I became more passive and less spontaneous. Bottom line, I got way too comfortable. And this is also the reason why I find this topic very important to talk about, because it can happen to anyone. Even in the fields that you do feel comfortable in at the moment, might change in half a year. Have you ever felt like this, Kai?
Let's leave you in the comfort zone for too long, it gets like that. Yeah. Let's keep going.
First hike, done. Let's go. Yeah, feels so good to have one of these hikes under the belt. I think this is a good reminder that you need to take step by step, small steps, to build up a resilience and confidence before you approach those even more challenging discomforts. Feels so good to be here, man. It's been far too long, you know? I feel like I postpone these kind of trips for no reason. And once I'm here, I'm like, why? Problems that you thought were big beforehand, once you're up here, they feel like they don't even exist anymore, you know?
Despite a wave of gratitude, that pain and tiredness quickly caught up with us.
See what happens in the next few days, because I can barely walk right now. Strong pain in both my knees. It hurts a lot, so.
Eric is sleeping. I think he actually fell asleep. That's crazy.
It's pretty clear that the midnight sun and first hike took a toll on me. Staying up at night and sleeping during the day, it's like a new kind of jet lag. Our body follows a circadian rhythm, regulating our sleep and energy. However, in a place like Norway, where the midnight sun blurs the line between day and night, maintaining this balance becomes extremely challenging. But with those challenges comes an even greater reward.
You can actually beat the crowd and still get that good light by staying up late. we can get those places that are crowded with people in the middle of the day, we can get those places to ourselves at midnight.
Yo! Look at that!
That sunset looks insane.
The midnight sun is here!
That's why we came here this time. 9 p.m. right now, and this is gonna stay like this for 5-6 hours, which is mind-blowing, because in any other place of the world, we will maybe have 30 minutes to shoot everything in the nice light. Whilst here, we can just take our time, enjoy. I was just saying to Kai that if I could visualize a summer paradise, I think this might be it. You know, some barbecue down there, tents, a beach, beautiful mountains, green, lush grass. Out of words, Norway, I love you.
I cannot believe how much I missed adventures like this. Being immersed in nature. We don't even know where we're gonna sleep tonight, but that's part of the thrill. And here I've realized that the best time to act is always now. Those things you keep postponing, most of them will never happen. Over-preparation can sometimes be the enemy of success. Instead, it's best to take the leap and let the magic unfold on the way down, tackling problems as they come at you.
Today we have a new friend with us, a local from Lofoten, Tobias. So he's gonna join us for this hike. As Tobias just said, we are now currently experiencing the polar days, but then during the winter there are polar nights, which means the sun never goes above the horizon. The only light they have basically during that time is the northern light, which is pretty crazy.
Our second hike of the trip is Tobias' favorite in entire Lofoten and is only accessible by boat.
It's crazy how those small problems almost prevented me to go here and enjoy these incredible views. I won't let those smaller doubts in my mind ever control me again. Embracing discomfort and being alone with your thoughts out in nature, you gain some perspective on your own life and your own struggles and how easy they are to overcome.
The midnight sun, or polar day, occurs in summer above the Arctic Circle and below the Antarctic Circle due to the Earth's 23.5-degree axial tilt. In summer, the North Pole tilts toward the sun, keeping it visible above the horizon. In winter, the North Pole tilts away, resulting in months of constant darkness.
Whilst Adventures Eric is still up in the mountains struggling hiking, Editor Eric is gonna tell you quickly about the sponsor of the video, Artlist. Artlist has recently launched a new addition to the already impressive music and sound effect library. I've actually already used this feature twice in the video. Can you guess where? Good guess, but it's actually the 2 radio messages.
These ones were both AI-generated voices.
Achieved in only a few minutes.
With the help of Artlist's new
AI voice generator.
Finding the perfect voiceover for your next project has never been easier thanks to the wide selection of voices. And the fact that you, thanks to the customizable settings, can tweak the voices to fit your projects and your preferences. For instance, in this upcoming sequence, you can see how the voice and tone can have a drastic change to the feeling of the video.
Good morning, citizens of Northern Norway. I hope you managed to get some rest despite the endless daylight.
Good morning, citizens of Northern Norway. I hope you were able to get some rest despite the endless daylight.
So this means you can create faster, more efficiently, and without help from any external resources. Make sure to check out Artlist and this new AI voice generator in the description below. Use the link and you can get 2 months off for free on your next subscription. But now, let's get back to the hike. With the midnight sun, every hour is a new opportunity. Time to capture stunning photos, immerse ourselves in nature, and overcome our discomforts. Norway is just on another level. How is this real life? I cannot believe it. And we are blessed with this beautiful light for more than 2-3 more hours. We made it to the top. 360 degrees, insane views with the perfect light. Bro, we got lucky this trip. Oh, how are you feeling?
Good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm so tired, bro.
I don't think I've felt this inspired shooting in a long time. And like just finding new ways of filming as well.
Yeah, it does actually feel uncomfortable because you don't really realize if you are doing it correctly or not, because it's such a new style, you know, doing a lot of shots on tripod and then not knowing, because we're just so used to filming on the gimbal.
Once you kind of like embrace that discomfort, you get more creative.
In these situations, some of my most creative ideas has come to life. I'm not saying it's bad to be prepared, but sometimes leaving a little space for that magic to unfold is key.
So this is where we're sleeping tonight. We just got an additional member to our group. Tonight, we are going to bed with a big smile on our faces and a sense of gratitude. We still have the most challenging hike we ever done left. It's gonna be a crazy one, not only because of the difficulty of the hike itself, but we're getting very tired by now. The long days in the midnight sun is really pushing us. I honestly have a hard time telling if it's 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. right now.
Too tired. Forcing myself not to sleep, I need to sleep. I think I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep all day tomorrow as well. To notice is that your brain cannot keep up with everything that's happening, it cannot process it quickly, so it feels kind of like you're living like a dream.
Although the discomfort from the hikes are currently past, we still want to seek that discomfort in our everyday life.
One thing that we're trying to get good at now is talking naturally to the camera, where it feels like when you're watching that you're with us.
Although if you look a little bit silly in vlogging, doesn't matter in the long run. People will always judge you, and would you rather get judged on the way to personal growth, or would you rather get judged being stuck in your old ways, not developing?
Today, we rest our bodies and prepare our gear for the final hike. One final push and discomfort for the trip.
So you are considering the Vans over the actual hiking boots?
Yes, thinking of going with that.
So this is 5 minutes into the hike. And here we are 5 years later, and my boy has not learned anything. We just begun the longest and toughest hike we've ever undertaken. A 2-day trek with camping halfway and a total elevation gain of 3,400 meters. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to hiking is the temperature change. So for instance, now midday when we start hiking, we are sweating even with t-shirt, whilst later on we're gonna need multiple extra layers to not freeze.
Probably the best hike we've done so far, even though we're not even at the top yet. So
I looked at the map and saw that we barely done a tenth of the elevation. Thinking about that just makes me even more tired, so it's important to kind of like set stepping stones towards that bigger goal, because you will have rewards and a feeling of accomplishment.
And this is exactly how you want to tackle your discomforts as well.
This is so much tougher than I expected. We still have so far to go. Oh, this is so much fun though. I love being out in nature. I'm just imagining people back in Sweden sitting behind their computers, working air-conditioned room, instead of being out in nature enjoying life. So I'm so grateful to be here, celebrating those small wins. Some news from some people we just walked past. They came from the peak right about now, and they told us that there's some super sketchy, steep climbing to be done to actually reach the top.
I asked them if they went to the top. They're like, no, there's no way. It gets way too sketchy.
I think the first half of the terrain goes a little bit faster than the second half. Here it's snowy, extremely slippery, easy to make a mistake, so we're going slow, keeping it careful. No need to die. So you're going all the way up there. Everyone kind of entered a little bit of a power saving mode at the moment, because I think we all are exhausted. Still so far to go. You can now finally feel that adventure spirit coming back into life that I knew was always there, even through my stagnant days in Sweden. I just needed to seek that discomfort, to let it resurface. Maybe we have to put down the camera because we need both hands to grip rocks and stuff to keep our balance.
Dude, 100%.
That's bad.
Clouds, you mean?
Yeah, the clouds. That's the recent traumas about getting stuck on top of mountains in thunderstorms, and those clouds, they don't look happy.
It actually looks pretty bad.
What did I get myself into?
2022, we found ourselves in the Dolomites, caught in a fierce thunderstorm at a peak of a mountain, with no shelter in sight. We had to hike down for 2 hours, right in the heart of the storm. Lightnings struck around us every 5 seconds, making us wonder if the next bolt would be our last. It was one of the most vulnerable and terrifying experiences of my life, and by pure luck, I'm still alive to tell the tale.
You can feel that storm wind coming in right now.
We'll try to quickly summit now, and hopefully there will be no rain and thunder up there. It's a little bit like we are stuck in a nightmare and we are chased by something that we can't really stop or control.
Insane, this hike, man. I never expected it to be this crazy.
What? Made it. We made it. The greater the challenge, the greater the reward. Craziest hike of my life, but also the craziest views.
I can't help to get a bit emotional about the beautiful opportunities life presents to the people brave enough to reach out and grab it. So take your shot before the clock runs out, because there is no overtime in life, no do-overs.
Good midnight Norway. The days are quickly getting shorter and darker days are around the corner. So enjoy the light whilst it lasts, as snowflakes will soon cover these mountains again, and the sun, now so close, will feel like a good lost friend. But we won't venture into the darkness with regret and fear. Instead, let's carry a bright torch illuminated with the knowledge that discomfort is merely an illusion and failure is nothing but stepping stones towards a life worth living.